Hello and welcome to another episode of My Opinion Means Nothing. I know it's been a really long time since the last episode. It's been probably about 2 months, but I'm back, I'm back here this week with my good friend Fury Forward.
Fury WD.
WD. In my head I keep saying forward and I know it's WD.
FWD, Yeah, man.
that's why it's forward in my head.
Nice little abbreviation though, you get me? I'm always moving forward, so you get me, thinking steps ahead and that, so I'll let you off with that one. So.
Alright, cool. So how you doing, man?
No, I'm good. Just busy, the daily grind, trying to chase your dreams, you know how it is in London, it's just non-stop, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm off today. Last shift pattern was yesterday, so I'm off for 2 days now. But it just, as I said, it's just non-stop. So when you're chasing something, you never really have time off. It's more just time off from my 9 to 5.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Funny you should mention that. Like when I had this conversation at work with a few of my work colleagues. They've asked me how do you get the time, or how do you find the time to do all this creative stuff outside of work and still do a 9 to 5 and sleep?
And the answer's simple, just don't sleep, innit? You know what I'm saying? Just don't sleep. You just gotta find the willpower to just say, all right, I finished doing my job that helps pay for the bills, and now I've got to put some time into this other thing that's about me trying to chase my dreams and trying to do what I really want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just literally that. Other people, they get to go home and just chill, maybe sit down, watch TV. Not that I don't do those things myself, but I've got to make sure I'm clocking a certain amount of hours in terms of what I'm trying to do. When the weekend comes, it's not just, I've got the weekend off. I just get to chill, maybe do a few domestics, shopping, all that kind of stuff. But I've got to then find time as well to just carry on working through. So it's just, it's just something that you kind of just get used to it, really. It's just, it does get tiring, but it's just something that you're used to doing.
It's kind of also, I feel like I don't really think about doing it as work. It's just... Like you said, you just go through the motion. You're doing it a thought comes in my head. I need to write that down.
Exactly.
And the next thing you know, I'm writing something, and then So
I could be on my way home, if I'm taking the tube or something, and an idea comes to me, and then I'll just be writing it there. And to you kind of just think, it's just a little something that you're noting down, but that is actually, you're still working. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that little 10 minutes or 15 minutes that you spent jotting down that idea, that's part of the process for whatever it is. If it's a little script or something and you just did a bit of character development, that is part of writing your script. Do you know what I'm saying? And it might be 10 minutes here, it might be 10 minutes there, but those 10 minutes add up, and that's maybe 3-4 hours worth of work that you've done over a period of time. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just part of the process.
It's kind of just making I can't think of the word, but right now, making use of your spare time.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Not being idle, being efficient with your time. And it's just doing, when I used to struggle when I first got into the whole, the working thing, because I work full-time now, been doing that for a couple of years. Before that, I was freelancing, so it was more the majority of my time went into my craft.
Okay, so what kind of freelance work did you do?
So I was doing, I used to work for a video production company.
Okay.
And they used to do a lot of the music videos for a lot of the artists, the English kind of UK, urban, grime, hip-hop, whatever kind of genre that they kind of fit into now. We was doing a lot of videos for them. So, we did videos for Skepta. Back in the day, we did videos for for Wretch 3-2. We did the Black Boy remix videos. I don't remember the Bashy. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So a lot of these guys, when they're really established. Now, they've been established for a long time, but back then it was more like in the ends kind of like established, you know what I'm saying? Where now they're like household mainstream names. But back then we were kind of doing a lot of their videos when it was Channel U, aka, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. So, it was good for me to learn my craft of film, but I was more interested in the whole film side of things rather than the music videos kind of thing. So kind of broke away from that. I learned what I needed to learn, and I'm kind of doing a bit of freelancing. But you know how it is, like paying the bills, you get your own place, and now all of a sudden, when you was kind of living with mumsy, like you can just, like a month could go by, you didn't make that much money, listen mum, look, I got you next month kind of thing, do you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you get your own place now, you know, the landlord, council, whatever, they're not trying to hear that. You got to be consistent every month, you got to make sure the money's there, so, you know what I'm saying, life gets real.
Yes, true.
And I end up getting a full-time job. And where I've had all this free time to do my thing and pattern it around my time, how I'm going to use it, it's not that anymore. You've got to be at this job at a certain time. You've got to clock in, make sure you do your hours. You finish it, those hours, and like you're shattered. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, wow. And you're like, all right, you know, I'll do it over the weekend. The weekend comes and it's just like, you just don't want to do nothing. Your body just, look, I just want to chill, play computer, like, you know what I'm saying, like sit in front of the TV, whatever, and you think, all right, you know, I'll do it tomorrow, Sunday comes, you feel the same thing. By the time you know it, like a month's gone by and you ain't done nothing, you know, and then you think, all right, what I'm gonna do is, when I've got this holiday period coming up, you know what I'm saying? I got like a week off, I got 2 weeks, I'm just gonna bang out so much, you know what I'm saying? You start like psyching yourself up, and then the holiday period comes, all right, I'm gonna chill for the first day, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chill because, you know, I've been working, I'm tired, like, you know what I'm saying? So I've earned this, like, and then I'm gonna get onto it. And by the time you know it, like, it's Friday, you ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how it happens.
It just gets an endless cycle.
And then so I can't remember where I read it, but I just started reading, you know, a lot of like kind of motivational books. I think there was one book, I can't remember the author, someone sent it to me. I think it was called something like Who Took My Cheese or something along those lines. And it was like a little 8-page kind of
pamphlet.
Yeah, like about these two mice and about one who was kind of storing these cheese and one who was kind of waiting for the big cheese. I can't remember the exact story, but the actual moral of it was about not trying to wait for the big cheese, but just doing the little and building, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it kind of made me think, all these times I've been, you know what, because I'm working, you know, I don't want to just do like a little 30 minutes here, because I just feel like I ain't done nothing. I want to put in like 2 hours, 3 hours, but I ain't got that time, so I'm waiting until I've got like a whole day and I'm gonna do 6-7 hours, and that time comes and you don't use it. So rather than then, it's like, do like the little 10-minute here, do the little 20-minute there, the little half an hour there, because over time that adds up. And over that little 6 months where you thought, I'm gonna wait till, like, you know, I've got this 2-3 weeks off, if you did those little 10 minutes here, you would have done more than you thought you were going to do over that 1 week. Do you know what I'm saying?
When you get to those 3 weeks, you're like, do you know what? I'm further ahead than I thought I was.
Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's funny that you just become used to just doing that. And a lot of people, it is that procrastination that is the biggest killer, putting things off. And sometimes you just got to do, even if you just did 5 minutes, you're 5 minutes ahead of what you need to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Little baby steps. Sometimes that is, we all just want to take those giant leaps, but sometimes those little baby steps, as long as you keep taking them, do you know what I'm saying?
What makes you make it?
Exactly.
Did you by any chance see the BET Awards?
No.
You don't?
Like, I don't get to watch TV that much,
It's fine,
especially
man.
like live TV.
I didn't watch
like,
it live either. I was just chilling at my mate's house and he had it on. I was like, oh,
one of those ones.
I woke up actually and the BT
And it was on.
I was like, yo. But the thing that stood out for me was Tyler Perry. He won the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Okay.
And he gave this speech about how, and it's kind of true, it's kind of like he said he doesn't want to be an icon, he wants to leave a legacy. So I don't know if you've heard about like how he's recently just set up his own studio.
Okay, no, I've heard about
And
that.
the land that he built it on used to be, I think he said it used to be owned by Confederate.
Oh, wow.
So like the fact that he's now
Yeah.
bought that land, and like I think
Bet that's rubbed a couple people up the wrong way.
Exactly, and he said this quote about how like it used to be like one black guy, used to be loads of black guys across this whole plantation. And it used to be owned by one white guy. Now it's owned by one black guy, and I'm giving all the black people jobs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what kind of need. He said he was never looking for a seat at the table. He was always trying to make seats at the table for other people.
And that I fully respect that. I mean, I've always been a person where I kind of feel the same thing with everything that I'm trying to do. I'm the oldest of 2 kids. Three. Well, me plus my 2 siblings. But my mum, she kind of always raised me to like be like a leader. So she like, it's funny because if my brother or sister did anything wrong, they would get in trouble, but I would get in trouble as well.
Yeah.
So it was like she was kind of teaching me that, like, because when I was young, I used to think like that doesn't make no sense. Like that's them doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, but you're the older one, so you're meant to be setting the example. So if you've done something, I mean, if they've done something wrong, it's because you weren't kind of leading them in the right direction. So it's kind of teaching me that to be responsible, not just for myself, but for the people that are coming behind me. And I think that's a lot of there's a lot of people that they don't think like that. There's too much people just thinking about themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's all good, like, you know, like, especially for people that come from deprived areas. Like, you know, you see some of these like sports stars or these entertainers, and like, you know, they come from impoverished backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? They come from like areas where the majority of people aren't even gonna make, like, you know, just even a decent life for themselves. Like, they're gonna be struggling so below, like, you know what I'm saying, what is kind of should be acceptable for this normal society. And you'd think that you've come from that, so you know what it feels like, and you've now, obviously through your own hard work and dedication and whatever, you deserve what you're getting, but you've amassed so much now, like, you know, more than, like, you know, you really should be able to spend, kind of thing. Shouldn't you want to give some of that back? Do you know what I'm saying? Shouldn't you want, I mean, that all the gold chains and that and nice cars and that is cool, but like, you know, when you've come from somewhere and you can see what the people that you came from are still going through, don't you feel like you want to do something so that more people have the better chance, you know, to get to where you got to? Do you know what I'm saying?
The opportunity, like, it's like, it's kind of impoverished of the arts community, unfortunately, where we kind of, it seems like when you're at the top, you don't want to let the information trickle down. No one wants to share how they got there. People were like, I'm here now.
do you know what that is? That's it's kind of like because a lot of the people that are successful, you get to this point where it's like power, right? And it's that whole thing of, like, you know, if once you get to the top, there's only one direction to go, which is down, right? So it's like when you, especially trying to be successful, especially when you've got to this level where, or you've come from having nothing to being successful, there would have been so many roadblocks in front of you. There would have been so many people not trying to help you to get to where you're trying to get to. And you kind of, I believe a lot of people develop a kind of like a negative kind of I don't want to call it like a spirit, but like a negative kind of like, on life, because it's like nobody gave it to them, right? They had to like take it, and like there were so many people that were trying to stop them from getting to it. So it's almost like they think, I had to work so hard to get here, right? Why am I going to give you the cheat code? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like no one gave it to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am